All right, welcome. We got another episode here today. So it is just on the cusp of not a new day. It's 11:30 at night. So we're gonna do episode number 24, day number 28. We are picking up where we left off over at Converse in Douglas, Wyoming, and we're gonna stick in Wyoming because there was no long flight. My plan was actually to do a longer flight to get a little closer to the East Coast, but there wasn't any. So we only had a short flight that was a VIP. So I figured, why not? Let's throw it on. So here we are. So not too much to update here since we're just leaving off here. We got just a little more in cash. We got 1.2 million now instead of the 1.1. Our net worth is still sitting at $6 million dollars, and we're still going to New York City. So that's our goal. We're going to try to get over there, but we got to accept jobs on the way over there. So that this is all determinant upon that. So we got our flight plan in here. I do think it's a lighted runway. So, let's see. What kind of information can we find on the runway? Super quick. That's the airport. Airspace. User point logbooks. There's something. I know there's something on the runway. Overall, runways. It's hard and lighted. So we are going to, hopefully, runway number 14 sits at 4,369 feet in elevation. Elevation is relatively flat. We're taking off at 4,900 and landing at 4,300. So not too bad. Destination runways here sits at 5,500 feet. Not the shortest, not the longest. It's pretty average. Looks like some general aviation parking over here on taxiway A. So we will be landing, hitting the end of the runway, and circling back to our general aviation. So I'm going to guess that gas is probably over here. But that's the plan here. So we got that loaded in. We're going to get going. We're still obviously in the TBM 930. I'm super enjoying this plane. And we're going to New York City, ladies and gentlemen. So we are going to get this thing going here.
I know it's going to be a good day when my favorite pilot is working.
NeoFly's kicking in. We're doing a little short VIP mission.
Captain, this is dispatch talking. The VIP on board today will be holding a meeting as we fly. Please avoid any unnecessary banking.
With that comes the requirement to not bank more than 31 degrees on
Transporter from
turn.
dispatch. Boarding passenger. Please stand by.
And we're just going to start on the runway this time.
Transporter from dispatch. Everyone is on board. Let's go. You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
Alright, we're going to announce our takeoff to the south because we are faced in the right direction.
Kilo Delta Golf Whiskey Traffic Tower Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha taking off runway 11 departure to the south.
We're going to go ahead and set our altitude to our safe selected pre-planned 6,500 feet. 6,600 is good enough. We're going to adjust our heading here for safety. I don't think we're going to need it though. We contacted ATC there. Let's go ahead and check this out. So we're going to do real time. Whoops. Did I just click it off? No, we're doing real time Alright, there you go. Feel like that should be highlighted. So real time, real weather. It's at night. So we're going to do a little night flight here. We need our overhead light on. There we go. Let's check the pitot heat is good. Our flaps are set to 0. And we are good for takeoff, ladies and gentlemen. So appreciate you tuning in once again. Little NeoFly, quick update, little mission here. Really no update to speak of. Gotta take our brake off. It's behind the steering wheel. Yeah, no update really to speak of. We just got like $100,000. Nothing super crazy. I mean, we just literally did an episode just a few hours ago.
Pilot, have a smooth flight, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. Alright, we got positive climb. We're going to go ahead and increase or lift up our wheels. It's dark time. It's nighttime here in Wyoming. I'm glad we found a lighted runway because where we were passing, oh, there's a nice picture with the moon. There was not much civilization where we were flying, so let's go ahead and check where we're landing at. This is going to be a quick flight, so we have just 29 nautical miles to go to the top of our descent, 40 miles to the runway, 13 minutes, so we don't have much time here at all. So we're gonna go ahead. We don't need full throttle on this flight at all, or else we'll pretty much like teleport over there. Probably didn't even need to lift the wheels up. We're gonna do a little sound check. Alright, we're good. Sometimes my mic goes on the fritz. And I don't know because I'm looking at like 10 million screens. So, excuse me. I'm just taking a sip of my coffee over here. It's 11:30, but I'm waking up. So, alright, here's an update. It's outside, well, it's outside of NeoFly, our NeoFly career. It's really outside of our other bush trip, or other bush trips that we're doing. I'm sorry, I was reading something. Which currently we're doing. We started the first of 8 legs over in Hawaii yesterday, so we're going to be doing another one of those today. It's all sort of outside of that, but related. So, in preparation of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 coming out, I have upgraded my modem, and I got some extra. Alright, pulling up the map here. I got some extra RAM to go into my computer, so we're going to be swapping out the RAM and swapping out our modem, and hopefully that those new Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 requirements, we should be good to go. So the only thing that is left is to pre-order the package, and we just got to figure out which one we're gonna get. So yeah, so it's looking pretty promising. I'm taking steps to make sure that 2024 comes out and is smooth. And I heard that NeoFly will be compatible with 2024. So hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers that the career mode that we're doing right now will translate over to 2024. So that we won't like lose any progress or anything. So that's sort of my hesitancy on building the home base and everything, but yeah, we will see. So I think we're gonna have to redo the home base once we get into 2024. So I kind of figured no point in getting that all done. So we're gonna go ahead and contact ATC here. We're just gonna go to the nearest airport because we are going to be landing in Kager, which is this camp. So we're gonna contact the tower and we're gonna request the full stop landing. Hopefully they give us number 14. Alright, so they did not give it to us. We gotta land in runway number 32. Which is the exact opposite direction. So we basically have to just pass the airport, swing around and turn around. So really no big deal. So that's what we will do. Once we pass the airport, turn around, they'll give us clear to land on runway 32, and we are passing over interstate number 25. So let's go ahead and take the exterior look to see if that's lighted up or not. And it is. Not too many cars out there just yet. Passing a little town here. It's probably like a school with a football field or something. So we are in a black plane. It's the TBM 930. So black plane at night is we're camouflaged. Alright, 17 miles to the airport. And is it a straight shot? Nah, pretty much. It's just gonna be off to our right, but not much. I mean, that's probably the runway right there. So straight out and there. The only thing is the runway is gonna be slanted just that way a little bit. So not too bad. So the traffic pattern is enter left. So we're going to pass the airport on the right, make a left-hand turn onto runway number 32. So our original plan was to come down here and just a straight shot into runway number 14. They had different plans for us. So we're going to run into runway number 32. So they didn't want us to land. We tried to give it a shot. We wanted to land on the other side and be a little more straight. ATC said, nope, we're going to cut you off this morning. So, I don't know. Is what it is. No big deal. We'll make our VIP passengers happy here. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and take a look at them. So they're 59% happiness. Our reputation is 100%. So what we are going to do is we're going to take Camille, our flight attendant, and these 4 passengers here, Jamal, Kara, Zane, and Gideon, I don't know how I'm bad with names, but we're going to go ahead and serve them a drink, and that's going to increase their happiness, which is going to maintain that 100% reputation that we got. So it just showed here Camille started her drink distribution, and that'll ding when she is done. I'm going to guess that that's pretty much going to be when we're landing. So there's the airport here. That's runway number 14 going that way, runway number 32 going this way, and the blue lights are the taxiways. So we're going to come in for the landing, make a left onto the taxiway, and we'll check out what the airport looks like at night. So we are going to prepare for landing here. So we're going to go ahead, reduce our throttle because we are 6 miles from the airport, even though we got to pass it though. So we're going to pass the airport probably, I'm going to say about 5 miles. We're on a VIP mission here, so we don't want to do our banking turn too hard on our turnaround. If we exceed 30 degrees on the turn, we're gonna lose the money that we're gonna get for this mission. So no bueno if we do that. So we're gonna reduce our throttle down here to about 23% just to hit that white mark. I'm not worried about our altitude right now because we are not going in for runway number 14. And just FYI for you guys, a little flying lesson here. If you didn't know this, the runway numbers are in correspondence to the degrees that you're going on the compass. So you see how we're at 146 degrees? We're flying southeast, and that is the runway number. So we're going to be landing over at the northwest, the exact opposite of this, at about 320 degrees on the compass. So when we're spinning around, we're going to be looking here to line up to the runway to be at about 320 degrees. So a little knowledge for you there about the numbering of the runways and how that works. It's actually in correspondence to the degrees on the compass. Alright, so enough of that. We got to get ready here. So we're in the white zone. We don't want full flaps, but we are going to increase that, and we're going to put down our landing gear. We're going to turn off nav mode. And we're in left pattern here, so we're going to go a little bit to the right here. So we're going to pass the runway, or the airport on the left. Runway is pretty much behind us now at this point. And then we're over enough. We're gonna fly out to about 3 Mile Hog Ranch, and then we'll start turning around. There's actually a reservoir down there, Gray Rocks Reservoir. That's Camille finishing her drink distribution. Everybody's pretty happy. Yeah, this is, if you look on the maps here, we're not going to be able to see it, but this right here on the outside, I guess you kind of can, I don't know. Right there, that's Gray Rocks Reservoir. You can see it on the maps on the navigation system a little bit better. So we're pretty much going to fly out to here. Then we're going to go make our east turn, our down leg. We already got clear for landing. Runway sits at that, so we are going to drop down to here. Speed was getting a little low. Dropping down to 5100. We could start our turn here. So again, we're looking for about 3200. So I set it for 323. But the runway is going to be on the left. I think we made our turn just a little late. So for that, I'm going to adjust it a little bit more to the left. So like 313. There's our runway there. We're just going to go ahead and turn autopilot off. And manually go in here. Alright, landing gear is down. Should be hitting 500. Wind is 5 knots. Looks like that might be a tree. hit reverse thrusters.
Contact ground for your parking assignment, then shut down your engine.
Delta Golf Sierra Alpha exit runway when able.
Alright, cut reverse thrusters.
Delta Golf Sierra Alpha contact ground on 126.2.
Alright, we're gonna stop here for one moment. Adjust our speed there. We'll contact ground.
Going to 126.2 Donner Golf Sierra
We'll
Alpha.
take a sip of coffee.
Guernsey ground Donner Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha. Request taxi to parking.
Delta Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway.
Taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Donner Golf Sierra Alpha.
Alright, parking is just here off to our left. There's actually two parking. There was one to the right, one to the left. So we're just going to go ahead and take this one. There's a guy right there. We will take that spot. Yes, we will. Where are you at? There you go. Which way are you facing here? There we go. Boom. Nailed it. Right by the moon, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so we're going to cut the fuel supply off here. Get Neo Mission or NeoFly to do their thing.
Okay, the VIPs are leaving the aircraft and are heading straight to the limo. Transporter. All the passengers have disembarked. Good job. See you soon.
Alright, so everybody seems to be happy there. We hit probably a little bit of a harder landing
Start your engine now.
than we wanted. Yeah, it was 242. Not the greatest landing, but I couldn't tell with the dark if there was a tree in front of the runway or not, so I kind of came in a little heavy. And like once again, that wasn't the shortest runway or the longest runway, so yeah, we kind of hit it a little hard, but that's all right. No harm, no foul. Everybody's safe, and we've had tougher landings before for sure. Won't be the first. Wasn't the first. Definitely won't be the last. So once again, guys, do appreciate you tuning in. Hit that like button. And subscribe if you haven't. We got NeoFly career missions, and we also got our homemade bush trips that we're doing. So appreciate it once again, guys. All the love has been super supportive, and we will see you on the next one. We're gonna probably do the second leg of the Hawaii tour a little bit later this morning.